I still remember the first day I met her. It was raining, that kind of slow, peaceful rain that makes the world feel quiet. She was standing outside the coffee shop, holding a broken umbrella and laughing at herself. I don't know what it was, but that laugh, it felt like it could fix things in me I didn't even know were broken. So I offered to share mine. She smiled, said, "You're gonna regret this." And somehow, I never did. For weeks, we kept meeting, coffee, late-night calls, walks that lasted hours. It wasn't just talking. It was like we understood each other without even trying. She told me things she'd never said out loud before. And I told her mine. We called it safe space. That was our thing. A few months later, she started changing. She became quieter. Her replies got shorter. Her smile felt forced. But when I asked if something was wrong, she said, "No, I'm just tired." I believed her, because that's what you do when you trust someone. You don't question. You care. You stay. But I started noticing things. Inside jokes with other people, her name popping up in places I never expected, and a weird silence every time I entered a room. Still, I didn't think she'd ever lie to me. Not her. Then came the night that changed everything. A friend sent me a screenshot. My words, things I told her in confidence, shared in a group chat, as a joke. I stared at the screen for so long that my eyes burned. She'd told everyone. The same secret I trusted her with. The one thing that took me years to say out loud. Was now entertainment for people who didn't even know me. I didn't text. I didn't yell. I just went silent. The next morning, she called. "Can we talk?" she said. Her voice cracked like she already knew I knew. We met at the same coffee shop. It felt colder this time. She started with, "It was a mistake." I said nothing. She said, "I didn't mean to hurt you." Still nothing. Then she said the one thing I'll never forget. "I didn't think it was that serious." That's when I realized, she never understood me the way I thought she did. To her, my pain was just a story to tell. To me, it was everything. I stood up, paid for her drink, and said, "I hope the story was worth it." Then I walked away. The days after that felt strange. Quiet, but not peaceful. Like I was missing a noise I'd gotten used to. Her laugh. Her texts. Her good mornings. But at the same time, it felt like I could finally breathe again. People always talk about heartbreak like it's this big, dramatic thing. Tears, yelling, chaos. But sometimes it's just silence. It's the moment you realize you gave someone the best parts of yourself, and they didn't know what to do with it. Weeks passed. I started focusing on myself again. My work, my friends, the things I used to love before her. And one day, I saw her post something online. A quote that said, "Sometimes people leave because they're not ready to be loved right." I almost laughed. Because that wasn't it. She didn't leave. She lied. And that's different. But I didn't comment. Didn't message. Didn't reach out. Because sometimes closure doesn't come from them. It comes from realizing you don't need their apology to move on. I started walking the same route we used to take together, past the coffee shop, past the park bench where we once sat for hours. And for the first time, it didn't hurt. It felt like I was finally walking out of a story that was never meant to have a happy ending. Now, when people ask me what happened between us, I just say, she taught me the difference between love and trust. Love is giving. Trust is believing someone won't use what you give against you. And once that trust breaks, it's not love anymore. It's just a memory of what you hoped it was. So yeah, she lied to me. She broke something I can't rebuild. But she also showed me who I don't ever want to be. And for that, I guess I'm thankful. Because now, when someone new comes into my life, I won't mistake attention for care, or curiosity for connection. I'll wait for someone who means what they say, who protects what I share, and who understands that trust isn't something you borrow. It's something you earn. If you've ever trusted the wrong person, if you've ever been hurt by someone who said, "I'd never lie to you," remember this. You didn't lose them. You found yourself. So heal. Grow. And when they see you again, when they realize you're doing just fine without them, that'll be the ending they never expected. Because the best revenge is peace. If this story touched you, drop a red heart in the comments. And if you've ever been lied to by someone you trusted, you're not alone. Subscribe for more stories that hit where it hurts, and heal where it matters.